I was like, now 55 years of that kind of life, is that what I want?
At that point of time, I cannot turn back. There's no more doors that will open up that I can open on my own. This is when the fear comes back. Hi, my name is Muhammad Hairul. I'm 39 this year. I was incarcerated last in 2011 and was released in 2019 for drug trafficking only.
Hello everyone, my name is Jacob. I'm 41 this year. I was incarcerated from 2006 to 2010 for trafficking, consumption and possession of controlled drugs. So we are here today to share our story with you.
Okay, Jacob, let me start the ball rolling by reading you the first question. What type of drugs did you traffic back then and how much did you traffic?
I was trafficking Aramine 5, but I dabbled with a little bit of ketamine, ecstasy as well. During that time when I was caught, I just got a new batch of Aramine in and I was caught with 100 slabs of Aramine 5.
When I was caught back in 2011, I had 153 grams of heroin, 200 grams of methamphetamine, and then 10 slabs of so many drugs. Drugs.
So now that you're out of prison, what does your everyday look like?
Every day is very happy for me.
What keeps you occupied?
My job right now, I'm doing freelance content creation for clients in terms of marketing campaign. Other than that, sometimes I do food delivery for a company. I do freelance training as well. How about you?
Currently, I'm a pastor with the Methodist Church in Singapore. Now, you ask me, have I ever crossed my mind to be a pastor? I tell you no. One of the great things that I enjoy being a pastor is the ability or the opportunity to talk to the different people, especially journeying with them in their lowest point in life. What were other reasons that constantly propel you to keep going back to drugs?
One thing about business, let's say this is also it's not a legal business. The thing about quality control, we want the product to be the best in Singapore. So we will always make sure that we consume it. And then of course drugs you will get hooked on. Cannot escape really. So the reason is for the quality control and then you get hooked along the way. That's it, you cannot stop.
For the ones that I was dealing with, Aramine, your mind is wired to gravitate towards that element. There's that element of addiction in play. Did the death penalty restrict the amount you were willing to traffic? We try to find ways that then I will stay below the limit just in order not to get myself into that situation. So I think that even though the death penalty has a deterrent effect, it's like a prison sentence. People still take risk. Maybe you can talk about your times in prison. You spent about 10 years in prison, right?
After remission, 8 years, 4 months.
8 years, 4 months. And how was it like in prison for you? What would occupy your day?
I was sent directly to A1, and then over there, it's a single man cell. It's not a good place to be in because your environment are people who are serving life sentence, people who are serving sentences for murder case, and people who are serving sentence for rape case. It's like just a prawn in the sea. Most of them are serving 20, 25, 28, 36, and some even 48. I'm not saying that those people are bad influence, but I just don't want my mind to go lost it. So I had to read a lot, I had to pray a lot just to maintain a little bit of sanity. And then I realized maybe I'm going. This is my end of the road. I will not be seeing any more grass outside. I will not be taking any more bus other than the Black Maria. So at that point of time, I cannot turn back. There's no more doors that will open up that I can open on my own. Then I was imagining things, what does the rope feel like, how thick is the rope, what will it be like inside the cell of the condemned man. There's no interaction whatsoever. There's no human touch at all. Even when you cut hair, you have to be shackled. The barber cannot even touch your skin. How about you, Jacob? Where did you go?
My 18th birthday, I was sent into prison. Then the second time was in Changi prison. I'll talk about the first one. Reformative Training Center put together a group, all the young offenders. We all bring in our own brokenness. We all bring in our own gangsterism and violent attitudes. So inside there, it was quite a hostile place, staring at one another, keeping territory, keeping our turf. You mind your own business, I mind my own business. But there were also like conversation that's ongoing, but a bit guarded.
You had any thoughts of wanting to change?
In 2006, when I was caught again and sent to prison for 6 years, I was 25 and I was put in a 3-man cell. I remember one stark conversation that I had with an old man. He was in his 80s and he has been in and out of prison for countless times. I asked him, "Hey, you don't want to change?" He looked at me and he said, I'm too late already. I'm already 80 plus. What can I do outside? I'm just prepared to die here and that's it. That's my life. That sparked me thinking, do I want my life in that way? I was like, now 55 years of that kind of life, is that what I want? So I think, maybe not. I want to make my life worth. I thought that religion will play a big part in guiding me. So I did. I went for Christian counseling. I spent 1.5 years in their Christian program, and that changed me to quite a fair bit. In your opinion, what do you think will happen if Singapore removed the death penalty for trafficking large amounts of drugs?
I think this will be a very dangerous move. It will be worse for our community, and then there will be a lot of traffickers walking around, buying everything.
My take for death penalty is like prison penalty is a deterrent. When the deterrent is removed, consideration whether to do it or not is no longer a consideration. You can just do it. So the deterrent part, if it's removed, that would issue that drugs may be a bit more rampant. But still, we are dealing with the risk takers. Even with the death penalty in place, people are willing to take risk. If the question is asking whether do I find that is a death penalty fair for those that traffic large amount of drugs, there will be different camps, school of thoughts, because people that get caught have different story. So if you're asking me whether is it fair or not, but law is a law. A law is meant to govern a societal or even an individual, and the law is non-subjective, non-biased. It is stated as such, it has to be stated as such. So if we take a step back and remove the subjective stories to look objectively at just the law, can the law achieve in the sense of the deterrent, then I don't think it's unfair, because you know what is written and you knowingly enter into it.
I think it's very damaging for the society. It is very unhealthy because all of them are not working. They are selling drugs instead. The death penalty is a must. It's a must to stop this person from bringing in the huge amount to distribute it in 3 or 4 days. So imagine 1 kilo of methamphetamine distributed, sold out in 4 days. How much does that destroy the community? If you have been dabbling in drugs, stop. Whatever you are doing, stop. So if you are given the opportunity that you have been doing it a couple of times, not being caught, just stop. Stop before you regret and waste your life in and out of prison.
If you want to change, don't need to go through it alone. There are people there to help you. Family Service Center is the first stop. There are other agencies, social agency that is willing to help you.
Thank you for watching our stories. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment box and we will get back to you. Bye-bye.